Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we have a very anticipated January 2023 bullet journal setup video. Instead of starting a new year in a new notebook, I'm just continuing in the one that I'm already using. It's a notebook therapy notebook, and I'll try and link it for you guys in the description. Since I'm not starting a new notebook for the new year, I don't really have to do any of the new notebook setups like the key, the grid spacing, any of that. So I'm just starting off with a simple title page welcoming 2023. A while ago, I was scrolling through Instagram and I found this 2022 title page that someone had done, and I really connected with the quote they had. And the quote was, "This is the beginning of loving yourself, and now let the adventure begin." And I really loved that. I really connected to it, and as I go into 2023, I really wanted to take that with me. So to outline everything, I'm using a Kobe multi-liner in the color brown. For 2023, I'm just using a simple brown Crayola marker just to color it all in. To color in the doodles, I'm using a variety of different things. I start off with a green Crayola marker to get all the green and the leaves in. Then I use an orange Tombow brush pen to color in the little oranges. And then I'm using this like random brown marker I picked up at Miniso like years ago just to add a little warmth because I thought the orange was a bit too bright for like the muted color scheme I was going. I also add in a yellow mild liner just to color in the little sparkles and centers of flowers. And then I'm using another mild liner that honestly I didn't pick out to like use. It was just there for like make the table look pretty as I'm setting up, and I was like, wait, that marker would be amazing for the flowers. So unexpected things are already happening. And then as I was coloring things in, I found that the green I used, I wanted another green, so I added another mild liner. I can't talk today. I added another mild liner into the mix, so the coloring of this page just had a bunch of different markers in it. And that completes the 2023 title page. We are now setting up the January 2023 title pages. The theme that I wanted to go for January was space and cats. So the postcard that I've chosen for this month is the astronaut postcard. If you want to get this astronaut postcard in your bullet journal, it is available on my shop. The link to it will be in the description below. And since I was home for the holidays while I was filming this, I didn't have access to like the thick cardstock paper that I used to print out my postcards, so I just printed it out on normal printer paper and taped it in. Because it's my bullet journal, it doesn't matter if it doesn't have that thick, good, like cardstock paper for my postcard, it's just me, so it was fine. Once the postcard is secured on the left page, I am taping down the right page because I am busting out my handy dandy watercolors. So one of the reasons I love this notebook is because the pages are super duper thick. And one of my regrets from last year is not using different mediums in my bullet journal. I felt like I was using the same 3 markers, the same things. So this year, one of my resolutions is to use a lot more watercolor and a lot more gouache in my bullet journal. So that's why we're starting off the January cover page with using my watercolors. So anything that I use in this video, like be it the watercolors, the markers, the notebook, I'll try and link everything to it in the description. And I am not affiliated with any of this, so if you like something, I just want to share it with you guys. Looking back at the cover page for January, I really wish that I didn't outline the stars. I feel like they looked a lot better before I outlined them, but you know what? Hindsight is 2020. Like, it is what it is at this point. But I really like the way the title pages turned out, especially the use of watercolor. Obviously this is not watercolor paper, so the watercolor is not going to turn out the best, but for what the page quality is, I really love the way the title pages turned out. With the title pages done, we are now moving on to the monthly. I wanted to keep the monthly super duper simple, so I'm pulling on the rainbow that is in the astronaut postcard and continuing that into our monthly setup. I'm just making a huge calendar using both of the pages and color coordinating it so it looks like there's a rainbow on the page. Like I said, kept it super simple, and that finishes our monthly setup. Next are some fun setups. We are setting up the mood tracker for this month and the habit tracker. So I started off with adding this amazing washi tape in the middle, and the reason for this was only because I had pulled out a couple pages earlier from the journal and the mood tracker page was a bit wobbly and I didn't want it to fall off. So I was like, I need to add a washi tape or something to like secure it in place. And I was home for the holidays while I was setting this up and didn't really bring my whole washi tape collection. Found this amazing, really pretty washi tape in my sister's drawer, and I thought, you know what? It's blue, it has gold, it'll work with the theme, and there it went. So I have no idea where this washi tape is from. I will do my best to try and find something that looks similar to it, or maybe even find it. With the mood tracker, I wanted to keep it super duper simple because in the past I've had trouble going in and filling in mood trackers if they're too complicated. Usually the first half of the month I'm doing amazing, and the second half of the month it's just I don't have the energy to go back and fill them in. Another thing that I'm doing is usually I used to do like 3 colors, kind of like smiley, meh, and sad face, but I'm expanding that to like 6 because I felt like just the smiley face wasn't really a good good way to indicate what I was feeling that day, so I kind of expanded the range of moods that I'm tracking. In terms of the mood tracker, it's just 2 circles, and I'm dividing that up into 31 quadrants, and each quadrant is just for a day. And I'm bringing back in my watercolors, again to add a little bit of pizzazz. And I absolutely love the gold watercolor that's in this watercolor set, and that's all I've been using to add like all the stars. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it's beautiful in person. You can see the gold reflect, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. For the habit tracker, again, I'm keeping it super duper simple. It's just 6 habits that I'm tracking. The 2 main habits that I want to track is my strength training and my cardio. A couple months ago I had my appendix removed and I wasn't allowed to do any physical activity, so in the new year I want to get back into what my routine was, and this is a great way of keeping myself accountable and making sure that I am on track for the fitness goals that I have set for myself. Another New Year's goal of mine is to post regularly. I have a tendency to like post like every day for like 2 weeks and then do nothing for the next month. So that's why I have a post tracker, making sure I post something at least once every other day. I'm not trying to do every day, I just want to be consistent with posting every other day. And that completes the mood tracker and the habit tracker. Moving on to our very last setup, the weekly pages. So the weekly pages, I wanted something really cute, something to tie in the whole like space theme, but also something really cute. So I decided what better way to add cuteness than cats. So I decided to draw 2 little space cats wearing their little astronaut helmets, trying to wander around into space collecting stars. I'm using watercolors again to put down a wash of blue, obviously using the gold watercolor to add in the stars. In terms of the weekly layout, I kept it super duper simple. I just divided my page up into fourths and then used the bottom quarter as like the design. So then there were 3 spaces, or like 3 1/4 sections on each page to use like as a day. And that completes the 2023 January bullet journal setup. And here is the final flip through. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This year I'm trying to get out a plan with me for each month of the year. Hopefully with the busy schedule that I have, I can get that to you. Fingers crossed, and wish me luck. I'll see you guys in my next video. Toodaloo.